just imagine I have, for example, I don't know, 250 millibar here. I can just tell you that around maybe, for example, 80 millibar here would be considered as case of PPL, while it was just maybe 25 millibar for case of Venturi. So these two things can just show the difference between the Venturi and the orifice, but I myself again should emphasize this one, that the usage of orifice in industry is wider than the Venturi. Why? Because actually, the fabrication and construction of a disc with a hole for sure and certainly is easier than the thing that we have here, which must be actually machinery procedure, or these things should be done actually for this case to fabricate it. So about the other things, I can just tell you that to some extent we can change the shape of orifice to become actually a little bit like a Venturi, not to have these amounts of rapid profile out of the bore very fast. So by changing a little bit in case of the bore, we can just reach to this shape too, but actually not as same as the Venturi. But I want to tell you that the amount of pressure recovery and becoming linear and laminar again would be better than it used to be. How? So let me just draw the orifice plate in this case for you. It means that you can just see that from the side view. This is the side view of the orifice plate, and this one is the bore. Can you see that? We do not actually just drill it, how can I say that, directly and shape or create the bore inside of it. Instead, we try to give a shape, same as a Venturi, to the orifice too. How? Look at me. We have a kind of, conic part here as well. It's a kind of thing that we always have for case of orifice too. So, by kind of, conic shape, it's around 30 degree up to 45 degree. That's it. We can actually reach to the shape of Venturi too. Maybe you have this question, where should the fluid pass? From left to right side or from right to left side? I'm totally sure you know the answer of this question. It must be left to right side. Do not forget the time that you have the orifice. Do not make any mistake and, for example, put it vice versa, or I don't know, in another way, because unfortunately in this case the amount of measurement is going to be totally fault, or is going to be totally actually wrong. Why? Because for sure the diameter of here is greater than the thing that you have here. So it means that if you put this diameter in front of the fluid, for sure the amount of delta P that you measure would be totally wrong. Again, about another thing that I can just show you something. Look at me. If you just have the fluid in this case, it just comes through, and it is a kind of conic part, same as a kind of funnel as you can find here. So this item or this shape would give this chance or opportunity to the fluid to become actually recovered faster than the time that it didn't have any funnel shape here. So due to having this conic shape here, we can actually expect that the amount of pressure recovery is a little bit better, maybe around, for example, 30% of delta P. And for sure, with the passage of time, after a short distance, the amount of turbulency which has been shaped between these two parts would be totally actually suppressed and would be totally settled and subsided. So by means of actually this shape, we can just tackle the problems as well. But do not forget, as you can see, really a small part of the orifice must be remained unchanged, and after this part, the conic shape starts. I can just, show you something. Just imagine this orifice is used for case of pipe size of 2 inches. It means that based on the thing that I wrote for you before, the thickness for line size 2 inches must be considered as 1/8 inches. So this thickness right now is 1/8 inches. So here, this part is 1/32 inches, and after that, this part is the part that we should, make it conic shape. Maybe you want to know about the other size of, this part, which is remained unchanged. Don't worry, I will just show you the related standard of ISO 5167, part 1 and part 2. I will show you later, and you will understand how much this length or dimension is according to the line size of the pipes later.